What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. Hope everyone had a great Christmas weekend. It's Monday, December 26th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering up with Kitten City and the Cock-a-Doodles to bring you an entire week of much asked for cartoon trivia. The Cock-a-Doodles are a super colorful and lighthearted NFT which pack a big utility. Cock-a-Doodles sold out their 4,444 collection in record time, and holders have been reaping the benefits of staking, merchandise, IRL experiences, and more. Kitten City was created by Bidiocracy and the legendary Dan Silverman, who's been directing episodes of The Simpsons since before I was born. He also directed the incredible Simpsons movie. What lies behind the doors to Kitten City? On the surface, it may seem pleasant, but corruption abounds. What could be causing the disturbances? Well, stick around, and you might just find out. Prizes this week include NFTs from the Cock-a-Doodles and Kitten City, Jarritos variety soda packs, Manscaped V4 lawnmowers, Diamond Select toys and collectibles, and more. Now, let's get the day started with question 1. What was the first animated film created entirely using motion capture, or mocap, technology? Is it A, Beowulf, B, The Polar Express, C, Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within, or D, The Adventures of Tintin? Animation techniques are constantly being innovated, and motion capture was the 21st century's most revolutionary innovation. Using special characters, actors suit up in mocap suits and are filmed in a unique studio acting out the scenes. Mocap allowed for directors to capture realistic human movements and created many efficiencies in the process. It also allowed for photorealistic visuals when paired with industry-leading computer-generated images. In the case of our answer, B, Robert Zemeckis' The Polar Express was the first to use motion capture technology for the entirety of the film's production. Now, on to question 2. What animated series was the first to feature a disabled main character? Is it A, Rocko's Modern Life, B, Cat Dog, C, Ren and Stimpy, or D, Dexter's Laboratory? Well, portraying disabilities on screen has always been subject of criticism, and in animation, it took the industry a long time to portray leading characters with disabilities. Animations are typically lighthearted, and the portrayal of disabled individuals were originally thought to be a heavy subject that shouldn't be included in cartoons at the risk of mocking or misportraying the sensitive subject. However, our answer, C, Ren and Stimpy, was the first to feature a main character in a wheelchair in a 3-episode story arc. The arc was highly criticized, but as a whole, Ren and Stimpy has been one of the most criticized cartoons of all time. Now, on to question 3. The name Simba originated from what African-based language? Is it A, Swahili, B, Igbo, C, Yoruba, or D, Fula? Well, the main character in The Lion King, Simba, starts off as a young cub who watches his father, King Mufasa, get trampled by a stampede. We watch as Simba comes of age under the guidance by the hilarious Timon and Pumbaa, voiced by Nathan Lane and Ernie Sabella. Simba quite literally means lion in A, Swahili, which is a beautiful language and the predominant one spoken in East Africa. It is the wide open plains of the Masai Mara in Kenya that serve as the backdrop for the Lion King film. Fun fact, Rafiki means friend in Swahili. Now on to question 4. What is the name of the pet chimp in the Wild Thornberry series? Is it A, Darwin, B, Charles, C, Donnie, or D, Norbert? Well, growing up, I used to race home to watch Nickelodeon's legendary lineup of cartoons. Some of my favorites: Rocket Power, Hey Arnold, Rocko's Modern Life, and of course, The Wild Thornberrys. Looking back, I'm always amazed at how these shows shaped my youth. The Wild Thornberrys features the main character of Eliza, who could talk to animals, on journeys with her adventurous family. Accompanying Eliza are her parents, her sister, the missing link named Donnie, and their pet chip named A, Darwin, who speaks in a proper British accent. It's a misconception that Darwin was named after Charles Darwin, when in fact he's actually named after a never-seen cousin of Eliza's. Now, on to the final question of the day. Which of the following is not one of the three fairies in Sleeping Beauty? Is it A, Fauna, B, Flora, C, Merryweather, or D, Blossom? Well, many may not know that there are two versions of Sleeping Beauty, one written by Charles Perrault and one by the Brothers Grimm. Perrault called his heroine Aurora, while the Brothers Grimm named her Briar Rose. While the Walt Disney animation is mostly based on the version penned by Perrault, they decided to incorporate both names. She starts out as Princess Aurora and is later named Briar Rose. On her 16th birthday, the fairies ask her to gather berries while she prepares a surprise party. The fairies are Fauna, Flora, and Merryweather, making our answer D, Blossom, who is not one of the fairies. And that concludes today's round of cartoon trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing today. And thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Cock-a-Doodles and Hidden Kitten City. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. Now, we'll see you again tomorrow for another round of cartoon trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Tuesday, December 27th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering up with Hidden Kitten City and the Cock-a-Doodles to bring you an entire week of cartoon trivia. The Cock-a-Doodles are a super colorful and lighthearted NFT which pack big utility. The Cock-a-Doodles sold out their 4444 collection in record time, and the holders have been reaping the benefits of staking, merchandise, IRL experiences, and more. Hidden Kitten City was created by Bidiocracy and legendary David Silverman, who's been directing episodes of The Simpsons since before I was born. He also directed the incredible Simpsons movie. What lies behind the doors to Hidden Kitten City? Well, on the surface it may seem pleasant, but corruption abounds. What could be causing the disturbances? Stick around and you might just find out. Prizes this week include NFTs from the Cock-a-Doodles and Hidden Kitten City, Jarritos variety soda packs, Manscaped V4 lawnmowers, Diamond Select toys and collectibles, and more. Now, let's get the day started with question 1. What was the first animated cartoon television series to use traditional cell animation? Is it A, Rocky and his Friends, B, Looney Tunes, C, Scooby-Doo, or D, The Flintstones? Well, I grew up watching our answer, A, Rocky and his Friends, with my father, which made its debut in 1959. The show was the first broadcast to utilize newly innovated cell animation, and the show was also broadcast under different names: Rocky and his Friends, The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, The Bullwinkle Show, and more. The series was structured as a variety show, with the main feature being the serialized adventures of the anthropomorphic flying squirrel Rocky and his friend, the moose, Bullwinkle. Other supporting segments include Peabody's Improbable History with Peabody and Sherman, Dudley Do-Right, and others that went on to find their own individual spin-offs and successes. Now, moving on to question number 2. In Scooby-Doo franchise, what is Shaggy's last name? Is it A, Johnson, B, Rogers, C, Michaels, or D, Jane? Raggy. Scooby-Doo is one of the most popular cartoon franchises of all time and is still airing versions of its characters to this day. Scooby-Doo sees Fred, Velma, Daphne, and Shaggy, and of course Scoob, traveling in the Mystery Machine van, solving hauntings, murders, and more. The gang always solves the mystery, but one mystery that has plagued viewers for decades is the last name of the beloved hippie character of Shaggy. Well, if you answered B, Rogers, you solved the mystery. If you didn't, well, you probably would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids. Now, on to question number 3. In Disney's animated film, Peter Pan, what did Peter leave behind in Wendy's room? Is it A, his notepad, B, his shoes, D, his shadow, or C, his hat? Well, the character Peter Pan was created by Scottish novelist Sir James Matthew Barrie, who was included in one of Barrie's adult novels, The Little White Bird. He then went on to write Peter Pan, or The Boy Who Couldn't Grow Up, which was a West End theater fairy play about an ageless boy and an ordinary girl who have adventures in the fantasy setting of Neverland. Peter Pan has long symbolized fleeting youth and escapism, and in 1953, Disney adapted the play into an animated film. In one scene, Peter visits Wendy and leaves C, his playful shadow, behind. Fun fact, Barrie is credited with popularizing the name Wendy across the Western world. Now, question 4 is sponsored by our friends at Jarritos. Jarritos is the official beverage of Freckle Trivia. We're going to be giving away a number of variety soda packs, skate decks, and Lotarita packs over the next couple weeks. Salud.
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good. Jarritos!
Thanks so much, Jarritos. We love your super good flavors so much that we actually made the team names Super Good Flavors, Guava, Mandarin, Pineapple, and Lime. Hop in our Discord server, check out the team challenge announcements if you haven't done so already. Now, on to the next question. What is the name of the quirky teacher in the Magic School Bus series? Is it A, Miss Lansbury, B, Miss Mary, C, Miss Magic, or D, Miss Frizzle? In elementary and middle school, I always loved when our teachers would phone in an hour of lesson time by popping in favorites like Bill Nye the Science Guy or the Magic School Bus. The fantastical series sees school teacher D, Miss Frizzle, taking her classes on wondrous field trips in the Magic School Bus, which can transform into a plane, a submarine, a spaceship, and more. The series created an engaging blend of entertainment and education, aired on PBS, and received critical acclaim. Miss Frizzle was voiced by the renowned actress Lily Tomlin, and the theme song was actually performed by Little Richard. Now, for the final question of the day, in Nickelodeon's Rugrats, what is Tommy Pickles' father, Stu Pickles' occupation? Is it A, an inventor, B, a pilot, C, a banker, or D, a teacher? Well, when I was young, Rugrats was hands down my favorite cartoon. The show was pitched as a single sentence. Well, a question really. If babies could talk, what would they say? Creator Arlene Lansky also pondered about the logic that drove tiny humans to desperately want to stick their hands in the toilet. All the babies are voiced by women, and Rugrats is the second longest Nicktoon of all time. The lead baby, Tommy Pickles, is always messing with his father's work. Stu is not a pilot, not a banker, but an inventor. And that concludes today's round of Cartoon Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing today. And thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Cock-a-Doodles and Hidden Kitten City. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of Cartoon Trivia, and thanks so much for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Wednesday, December 28th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play or into a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering up with Hidden Kitten City and the Cock-a-Doodles to bring you an entire week of cartoon trivia. The Cock-a-Doodles are a super colorful and light-hearted NFT which pack big utility. The Cock-a-Doodles sold out their collection in record time, and holders have been reaping the benefits of staking, merchandise, IRL experiences, and more. Hidden Kitten City was created by Bidiocracy and the legendary David Silverman, who's been directing episodes of The Simpsons before I was born. He also directed the incredible Simpsons movie. What lies behind the doors to Hidden Kitten City? Well, on the surface, it may seem pleasant, but corruption abounds. What could be causing the disturbances? Stick around, and you might just find out. Prizes this week include NFTs from the Cock-a-Doodles and Hidden Kitten City, Jarritos variety soda packs, Manscaped V4 lawnmowers, Diamond Select toys and collectibles, and more. Now, let's get the day started with question 1. What was the first feature-length film to use stop-motion animation? Is it A, Chicken Run, B, Mary Poppins, C, The Lost World, or D, Gumby? Well, we've previously asked a question about our answer, C, The Lost World. Based on Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's novel of the same name, The Lost World was the first to feature model animation as the primary special effect. The Lost World was also one of the first to combine animated dinosaurs with live-action footage of human beings. At first, animators were only able to do this by separating the frame down the middle into two parts known as split screening. But as the work went on, lead animator Willis H. O'Brien's technique grew better, eventually combining live action and stop motion footage in the same part of the screen. Now, moving on to question 2. What 90s animated series is a spin-off of Beavis and Butthead? Is it A, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, B, Daria, C, The Oblongs, or D, Head of the Household? Well, our answer, B, Daria, is an adult animated sitcom created by Glenn Eichler and Susie Lewis-Lynn. The series ran from 1997 to 2002 and focuses on the title character, Daria Morgendorfer, who is an intelligent and highly cynical high school student. The show is a spin-off of Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead, where Daria appeared as an occurring character. Although Judge allowed for the character to be spun off, he had no involvement in the production of the show. He was too busy with his next show. In May of this year, it was actually announced that Daria would receive a spin-off of her own in the form of a film titled Jody. Now, on to the next question. What is the first animated series to be broadcast in color? Is it A, Looney Tunes, B, Rocky and Bullwinkle, C, The Jetsons, or D, The Flintstones? Can you imagine what it must have been like to watch the films and cartoons in color for the first time? Well, the first full-color motion picture was a 1902 film by the Lumiere brothers titled A Trip to the Moon. But color films weren't widely shown until the development of Technicolor and the release of The Wizard of Oz in 1939. The first color cartoons didn't come till a bit later. In 1962, ABC debuted its first colored broadcast of D, The Flintstones. The cartoon was always animated in color, but its first 2 seasons were broadcast in black and white. The Flintstones marked a major change in animation history, with the popular hit The Jetsons debuting its first episode and season in color later that same year. Now, this next question is sponsored by our friends at Jarritos. Jarritos, the official beverage of Freckle Trivia. Salud.
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good. Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos, for your super good flavors. We love them so much that we based our team competition names on Jarritos flavors. If you haven't joined Mandarin, Guava, Lime, or Pineapple yet, do so now in our Discord. Now, on to the next question. Which animated talk show series helped put Adult Swim on the map in the 1990s? Is it A, Robot Chicken, B, B, The Brack Show, C, Frisky Dingo, or D, Space Ghost Coast to Coast? Well, the early days of Adult Swim were not considered a major success. Concepted as an adult version of Cartoon Network that would be broadcasted late into the evening, the first run of shows struggled to get their footing. It wasn't until D, Space Ghost Coast to Coast debuted that Adult Swim started to become as popular as it is today. Space Ghost featured the quirky hero rudely interviewing actors, musicians, pop culture icons, and other cartoon characters broadcasting from his spaceship, the Phantom Cruiser. Space Ghost ended up spinning off many popular series, including Frisky Dingo and my favorite, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Now on to the next question. Matt Groening does his take on science fiction in what animated series? Is it A, Solar Opposites, B, The Jetsons, C, Futurama, or D, Invader Zim? Well, Matt Groening is best known as the creator of The Simpsons, which is the longest-running animated series, airing its first episode in 1989 and is still airing new episodes to this very day. Groening has created a few other successful shows, including our answer, C, Futurama, which ran for 4 years but established itself a serious fan base. I personally find myself watching more Futurama than The Simpsons. Most recently, Groening created Disenchantment for Netflix. Since releasing in 2018, it has been met with some mixed reviews. And that concludes today's round of cartoon trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing today, and thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Cock-a-Doodles and Hidden Kitten City. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of cartoon trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Thursday, December 29th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering up with Hidden Kitten City and the Cock-a-Doodles to bring you an entire week of cartoon trivia. The Cock-a-Doodles are a super colorful and lighthearted NFT project that pack a big utility. Cock-a-Doodles sold out their collection in record time, and holders have been reaping the benefits of staking, merchandise, IRL experiences, and more. Hidden Kitten City was created by Bidiocracy and the legendary David Silverman, who's been directing episodes of The Simpsons since before I was born. He also directed the incredible Simpsons movie. What lies behind the doors to Hidden Kitten City? Well, on the surface, it may seem pleasant, but corruption abounds. What could be causing the disturbances? Stick around, and you might just find out. Prizes this week include NFTs from the Cock-a-Doodles and Hidden Kitten City, Jarritos variety soda packs, Manscaped V4 lawnmowers, Diamond Select collectibles, and more. Now, let's get the day started with question 1. Which of the following is not an animated series by Mike Judge? Is it A, King of the Hill, B, Beavis and Butthead, C, The Good Family, or D, Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Well, Mike Judge has mastered his form of artistry. His style is famously very dry and largely based on putting eccentric or quirky characters in downright banal situations. Judge's secret art of satire has created some of the most prophetic comedies of our time, from live-action hits like Office Space and Silicon Valley to his iconic animated characters, Beavis and Butthead. The King of the Hill and The Good Family are also part of Judge's decade-long portfolio, leaving D, Adult Swim's mega hit, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, as our answer. Fun fact, Beavis and Butthead first appeared in Judge's short film, Frog Baseball, where the characters play baseball with, well, you can figure it out. Now, on to the next question. What talk show host is the voice of Dory in Finding Nemo? Is it A, Ellen DeGeneres, B, Oprah Winfrey, C, Kelly Ripa, or D, Martha Stewart? Oh, Dory. The forgetful yet adorable blue regal tang that steals every scene in Disney Pixar's Finding Nemo. Her playful and childlike disposition and lack of cynicism makes her the perfect on-screen counterpart to Nemo's overly protective and neurotic dad Marlin, terrifically voiced by Albert Brooks. Creator Andrew Stanton originally conceived Dory as a male fish named Gil, who would act as an expert guide, helping Marlin navigate the vast ocean. Stanton claims that he read a fact about a goldfish only having a 3-second memory, while a Ellen DeGeneres talk show was playing in the background. In that same moment, Dory's most important character quirk and her voice were found. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. On to the next question. Question 3 is sponsored by our friends at Jarritos. Jarritos is the official beverage of Freckle Trivia. Salud!
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good. Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. Now on to the question. If you find yourself locked inside the terrarium, you would be in this Adult Swim show. Is it A, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, B, Super Jail, C, Soul Quest Overdrive, or D, Home Movies? The terrarium, an obvious play on terrarium, is a place you would definitely never want to end up. Featured in an episode of one of the craziest Adult Swim shows, B, Super Jail, the terrarium is exactly what it sounds like. It's a terrarium filled with terrors. The majority of the show is set in the eponymous mega prison Super Jail located in an alternate dimension. The prison is overseen by an individual who goes only by the warden, who is an amiable yet sadistic and mischievous head of Super Jail with shape-shifting powers. Super Jail only aired for 3 seasons, but it's still one of my favorites. I'll play a clip for you right now because most of the show needs to be seen to be believed.
You are invited to a last meal in honor of your execution. Beef or chicken?
Both, please.
Look, real food!
Yeah, no seconds, fatso.
Small seasonal window on black winter truffles.
Sorry for the nightmares, y'all. Now on to a more lighthearted question. Who voices Woody in the Toy Story movies? Is it A, Tim Allen, B, Dan Aykroyd, C, Tom Hanks, or D, Robin Williams? Toy Story set the stage for Pixar's massive success and an overall revolution in the animation industry. Toy Story was the first animated feature film to be comprised of entirely computer-generated images and propped up Pixar as one of the best animation studios of our time. Toy Story is made up of all the right stuff. A heartfelt story about toys that come to life, clever writing, incredible animation, and of course, a stellar cast led by Oscar winner C. Tom Hanks as the cowboy Woody, playing alongside Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear. Pixar's first choices for the role were actually Paul Newman and Jim Carrey. Now, on to the final question of the day. What animated character lives in London and loves making new friends? Is it A, Paddington Bear, B, Gromit, C, Peppa Pig, or D, Hello Kitty? Outside of Mickey Mouse, there's arguably no fictional cartoon character as famous worldwide as our answer, D, Hello Kitty. Over the last 4 decades, the character created by Japanese company Sanrio has become a global phenomenon for adults and children alike. She was initially known as the White Cat with no name, but her first product showed her saying, hello, and thus the name Hello Kitty was adopted. Her full name is Kitty White, and she was born in London, England. As for making new friends, recently the tagline, hello, I'm Kitty, and I love making new friends, has been at the forefront of the character's marketing. And that concludes today's round of Cartoon Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing today, and thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Cock-a-Doodles and Hidden Kitten City. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for the final round of Cartoon Trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Friday, TGIF, December 30th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prizes like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering up with Hidden Kitten City and the Cock-a-Doodles to bring you an entire week of cartoon trivia. The Cock-a-Doodles are a super colorful and lighthearted NFT which pack big utility. Cock-a-Doodles sold out their collection in record time, and holders have been reaping the benefits of staking, merchandise, IRL experiences, and more. Hidden Kitten City was created by Bidiocracy and the legendary David Silverman, who's been directing episodes of The Simpsons since before I was born. Also, he directed the incredible Simpsons movie. What lies behind the doors to Hidden Kitten City? Well, on the surface it may seem pleasant, but corruption abounds. What could be causing the disturbances? Stick around, and you might just find out. Prizes this week include NFTs from the Cock-a-Doodles and Hidden Kitten City, Jarritos variety soda packs, Manscaped V4 lawnmowers, Diamond Select Toys and Collectibles, and more. Now, let's get the day started with question 1. The animated film 8 Crazy Nights is about which holiday? Is it A, Kwanzaa, B, Passover, C, Hanukkah, or D, New Year's? Admittedly, it's not one of Adam Sandler's strongest efforts, but the Jewish comedian said there are so many Christmas movies, musicals, songs, and plays, but not about our answer, C, Hanukkah. He's not wrong, but 8 Crazy Nights was a critical flop and one that only skims the surface of Judaic culture and Hanukkah traditions. When I was 12, I found the rather inappropriate film riotously funny, but after a recent viewing, I think anyone who hasn't seen it can give this one a pass. Now, moving on to question number 2, Eddie Valiant is a character from what animated film? Is it A, Metalocalypse, B, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, C, Kim Possible, or D, Ed, Edd n Eddy? Okay, so technically not an animated character, but Eddie Valiant is the Californian private investigator and protagonist of Disney's 1988 hybrid film, B, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, was incredible in many ways. It's shot beautifully, scripted sharply, and incorporates traditional cell animation and live-action film noir. It's also the first and only film to feature crossover characters between Disney and Warner sharing the same screen. The film is so significant that in 2016, it was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. Now, on to question 3. This question is sponsored by our friends at Jarritos. Jarritos, the official beverage of Freckle Trivia.
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good.
Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. Super good, as always. Now, on to the question. Dinosaurs in Search for the Great Valley is the plot of what animated film? Is it A, The Land Before Time, B, Ice Age, C, The Good Dinosaur, or D, We're Back, A Dinosaur Story? Originally conceived as a dialogue-free film, our answer is A, The Land Before Time, which is a childhood favorite that transcends generations, telling the heartfelt story of a group of young dino friends on their journey to the Great Valley. The Land Before Time will make you laugh and it'll make you cry. The film is beautifully and uniquely animated, utilizing specifically hand-painted background images that were created separately from the character cells done in a more traditional medium. Over 600 100 background paintings were made for the film, most of which depicted beautiful but barren wastelands, which created a challenge for the creative team. Fun fact, Littlefoot's original name was Thunderfoot. Now, on to the next question. Fantastic Mr. Fox and James and the Giant Peach are animated films based on stories from which author? Is it A. Stephen King, B. E.B. White, C. Maurice Sendak, or D. Roald Dahl? Well, Stephen King is the maestro of horror. E.B. White gave us Charlotte's Web, and Maurice Sendak is the creator of Where the Wild Things Are. But our answer, D. Roald Dahl, has a special place in my heart. I grew up reading Roald Dahl's books and poetry, many of which have been adapted into films, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, The Big Friendly Giant, and Matilda. But Fantastic Mr. Fox and James and the Giant Peach were created into beautiful stop-motion animated films. Fun facts, the BFG is Roald Dahl's favorite work, and James and the Giant Peach was originally supposed to be James and the Giant Cherry. But most interestingly is that Dahl wrote all of his stories in a shed at the end of his garden using a yellow notepad and a number 2 pencil. Now on to the final question for the year. Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life is based on what animal? Is it A, a kangaroo, B, a wallaby, C, an anteater, or D, a dog? Well, good day, mate. If you've ever watched Rocco's Modern Life on Nickelodeon, you know what a great show it was. Running for only 4 seasons, the show is known for being highly controversial, with many lauding and criticizing its adult humor, including double entendre, innuendo, and satirical social commentary, similar to the Ren and Stimpy show. The series has gained a massive cult following and launched the careers of Carlos Alzaqui, who voiced Rocco, and Tom Kenny, who voiced Heifer. Kenny went on to voice SpongeBob SquarePants. In fact, much of the creative team behind Rocco's Modern Life regrouped to work on SpongeBob, with its creator, Steven Hillenburg, serving as the creative director on Rocco's. Fun fact, Rocco's theme song was performed by the B-52s. Rad. That includes this week of Cartoon Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing, and thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Cock-a-Doodles and Hidden Kitten City. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again next year for another round of incredible Freckle Trivia. Thanks for playing.